What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, the other day I posted on my YouTube community page saying that I've got a bunch of esports boxing club and other videos ready and waiting to drop. And I said, is there anything that you guys want to see me talk about esports boxing club related? Now, of course, I got a few comments like, do fighter stats for this fighter, this fighter, this fighter. Just want to say I've got Furies ready to go out. And next up, in no order right now, I'm just trying to think of the order, will be Roy Jones, Caleb Plant, Kell Brook, because he's newly been announced, and then maybe a couple of legends like Sugar Ray Robinson and Rocky Marciano. Just a little heads up for those guys that asked that question. However, the most common thing that I got asked, and it's got to the point now where people, which is awesome, the community have we've definitely grouped together as a community, and we're definitely working harder to make the community great. And that is, people haven't been asking for this in an arrogant manner or oh fuck you, just give us this, fucking fuck. People are now saying, yo, Study, what is your prediction for the release date of this game? So I thought, you know what, I'll make a video about it. I refuse to clickbait the release date and, make a video every week or so about, where's the release date, when's it coming, what do I think? I just thought, you know what, haven't spoke about this since I think before July, summer last year. So I thought, you know what, new gameplay's dropped, the game is looking bloody good. So I will give my full prediction on what I think the release date window is. And before I jump into it, I just want to say really quick, I have no insider info. Us content creators have no insider info. I promise you guys that. There is nothing that we know that you guys don't know. Just because it wouldn't be worth them to tell us this stuff, because it's just not worth it for them as a waste of time. Also, a lot of us like the live reaction shit, and our general reactions are genuine when we see things live for the first time. So, my predictions for release date. Back in the day, July time, that gameplay dropped. I said, I believe at hand on my heart there will still be an early access. And that's because I thought, they'll want to test it. They'll want to see it. They'll want to stress test it mainly. However, 6 months later, the game is looking like it's improved 1,000-fold. Someone had a good comment once that said, imagine how it will improve in another 6 months, which is a good point. Now, there's a tiny part of me that believes there will still be an early access. Back in July, I was 100% sure there would be an early access. But now there's a tiny part of me that says, all right, maybe they'll do some kind of early access, some kind of closed beta. But most of me is saying, you know what, the game looks so good and they're working so hard. I think they're working towards a full release instead of an early access. Of course, there is a part of me that says, you know what, maybe they'll do a closed beta. They'll give codes to 30, 40, 50 people that they know are fans, that are from the Discord, devs included, content creators included, and we'll all stress test the game for 2 weeks in silence and see what's up. Maybe. I generally don't know. However, I don't know if that would be practical for them to just give a code to such a small amount and not get any feedback from the massive community that has already been created. So like I said, I don't know if that early access point is worth it anymore, because the game is no longer that indie project that needs that early access stress test. But of course, I still believe, part of me says an early access makes sense because of things like tests, but obviously, we don't know. However, we are now in February, and let's just jump the gun here and say they do a full release, and they do it, and they kind of say, you know what, we're going to do a full release, and we're going to constantly be updating the game as the game comes, and as it drops, you'll get free fighters, they mentioned free DLC and stuff like that, so constant upgrades, constant updates, improvements of the game across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Now, part of me, like I said, thinks the early access makes sense for constant updates, because console, especially Sony, are a bastard to push their updates through. They take so much longer than PC. It can sometimes be a bit of a shitter, so that's why part of me says early access on Steam does make sense. But gun to my head, I've asked this a few times, but gun to my head, if I had to make a prediction right now, someone said make a prediction or I'll blow your brains out, bit extreme I know, but let's just say it, I would honestly say we will get either an early access or a full release. I know it's like, come on, early access is where a game's at like 20%. That's why part of me says early access won't be happening. But anyways, let's just say it's full release. I would genuinely say full release of this game is September. Now, this is a full, complete guess. I do not know this. This is just a guess. And the reason being is because right now we're in February. In 6 months' time, we are in August. And from July to February, we had a massive improvement, from camera angles to strikes to reactions of the fighters looking better, to seeing the inside fighting, to the overall game looking better, the surroundings of the game looking better. The team are increasing in size as well. They're hiring new people. They are working so hard, Monday to Friday, fucking, 8 till 6 or some shit. They're working their arse off. So there is a part of me that says, 6 months from now, we go February to August. So we hit middle of August, end of August towards my birthday. I know. You know, I'll be 25, by the way, guys. I'll be 25 at the end of August. Just want to throw that out there. I think then another month after that, I could genuinely see a September, October release. Reason being is I don't think we'd get a summer release because, you know, yes, people always say, one thing I've noticed a lot is people will say, oh, well, you know, what about August because it's the half term? Game companies don't really give a shit, if I'm honest. It seems to be game companies don't care. Like, oh, more kids will play our game. If you guys are over the age of, let's say, 18, or over the age of 20, let's say, and you played Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 2, you know that school, college, or university did not get in your way. You got through your school time. Second you got home, you were on that game and you were grinding until you either got sent to bed by your parents or you went to bed at 1 in the morning, got up at 5:30, played for another hour and a half, left at 7:30, and repeat for 4 or 5 years of high school with different Call of Duties. And that's what we've done. So it's not like half-term is going to improve player base. Yes, people have got more time to experience it, but I think September, October, also then it's the winter, more people are indoors, you know, people aren't going out as much. I could definitely see the September, October, and then we get update, and we get a Christmas update, a big, massive Christmas update, start the new year, you know, the first fresh new year of ESBC 2023, and then we glide through it like that. Now, of course, that is just a hunch. Like I said, it's not as easy to update games on the PlayStation and the Xbox as opposed to Steam. Now, I have a PC, I have an Xbox, and I have a PS5. So whatever it comes on, I'm not affected. The only reason the early access would be awesome is because, yes, they get to test it, it limits the players, they can update it constantly. So then when a console version drops, it is maybe at a far better point than when the Steam version initially dropped. However, there's a part of me that says the game is so big and people are so excited, it's not fair to expect someone to have a £1,500, £2,000 gaming PC just to play this boxing game that may or may not drop in the next 8 to 14 months. So of course, from a content creation point of view, an early access is great because people are going to want to watch your videos because not everyone can play it. However, I want everyone to be able to play it. I want everybody to be able to enjoy the game at the same time because it's just fair. It just makes sense. Everybody deserves this game at the same time. Now, I'm not going to be upset by an early access. I think people will get over it. I think some people will buy a PC for it. You know, I got a gaming PC for games on my PC as well as I knew what ESports Box Club was going to be, and I was like, you know what, I wanted to play it on PC. I want to play people on PC, Xbox and PlayStation. That's how I want to do it. But that would be my hunch would be September, October release date. You know, that's 7-8-ish months. I think that's a fair hunch. I saw people saying early summer. I don't see that happening personally. I see another 6 months of improvements and then maybe they start talking about a release date. But I wouldn't be surprised if they say work for another 6 months. Come September, they drop a big video, more gameplay, huge upgrades, and they say we're happy to announce that ESBC will be available on, you know, maybe just Steam or available on all consoles March 12th, something like that. I don't know. I could see that happen. I could see September, October kind of being either a release date or it being an announcement of a release date. But as I said, guys, this is all just a huge hunch. You guys want to hear my predictions, so this is just my thoughts on it. The way the game is improving, you know, we had kind of slow growth with the game's improvement, and then we went July, boom, and just fucking blown up. The July to February is insane. The game looks fucking stunning now. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. So, yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see, you know. We're just going to have to wait and see at the end of the day, you know. Only they know. But I wanted to make my prediction because you guys were asking me. So I thought, you know what, I'll make a video on it. So I don't need to make another video at any point in the future. I can just make this video and I don't need to cover this topic again. And yeah, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So be it. I don't imagine many of us will be right when guessing it. But yeah, I think September, you know, that's another 7 months away. I think it makes sense personally. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, you know. I think the problem is as well, very little of us, well, hardly any of us, should I say, know much about game production. We don't know what it takes. We don't know where they're at. You know, things like career, we don't know where they're at with that. We don't know where they're at with online. We don't know how many fighters they've got scanned in so far. So it's hard to get a grasp. But I saw people being like, you know, it's going to take another 2 or 3 years. I don't believe so at all. I do believe that at the latest, we will get it just before summer next year. That's what I believe, hand on my heart. Maybe wrong, but I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Another year from now, I could see I could see we'll have our hands on the game another year from now, give or take. But we'll have to wait and see, guys. But thank you as always for watching. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And yeah, if there's anything you guys want to see me talk about, let me know, and I'll be sure to make a video if it's worth it. If not, I'll just reply to a comment. So yeah, I'm not just going to make videos on it just for the sake of it. You know, let me know, and I'll either reply to the comment or maybe make a video on it. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.